Over the weekend, actor Anthony Rapp accused Academy Award-winning actor Kevin Spacey of sexual misconduct over 30 years ago. Now, the allegations come in an exclusive interview with BuzzFeed where Anthony Rapp claims that Kevin Spacey pretty much assaulted him at the age of 14 back in 1986. Now, he goes on Twitter to say, "I came forward with my story standing on the shoulders of many courageous women and men who have been speaking out to shine a light and hopefully make a difference as they have done for me." He goes on to say, "Everything I wanted to say about my experience is in that article on BuzzFeed and I have no further comment about it at this time." Really shocking stuff. Now, for the longest time, there have been rumors of weird behavior with Kevin Spacey, and with this, Kevin Spacey responded saying, "I'm beyond horrified to hear this story," Spacey wrote on his Twitter. "I honestly do not remember the encounter. It would have been 30 years ago. But if I did behave then as he describes, I owe him the sincerest apology for what would have been deeply inappropriate drunken behavior, and I'm sorry for the feelings he describes having carried with him all these years." Now, to give you context of the story, Anthony Rapp and Kevin Spacey were both actors in a Broadway show. Kevin Spacey had a party, Anthony Rapp was at the party. After the guests left, Kevin Spacey then carried Anthony Rapp to his bedroom, laid him on the bed and got on top of him. So that's what Anthony Rapp has told BuzzFeed, and people have erupted in support for Anthony Rapp, and also they're further irritated with Kevin Spacey because Kevin Spacey has now taken this time to come out as a gay man amidst these allegations. So you guys, thought process on all of this. For me, brutally shocking, but it's like every day this is happening way too frequently.
Yeah, so this is kind of not saying that it's a bad thing, but the whole witch hunt environment that Woody Allen was talking about, this is it. But I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I think people should be coming out and talking about them.
And they should be held accountable for the inappropriate, indecent actions that they may have perpetrated, even if it is 30 years ago. Also, what an awful time and way to come out. There's a thread that I retweeted that basically talks about the stigma surrounding gay men for years about being pedophiles. And so to equate I'm speaking to Kevin Spacey, who's definitely watching. So to equate your indecent behavior towards a 14-year-old boy with your coming out announcement is so incredibly inappropriate and misguided and damaging to the LGBT community. It is so disrespectful. There's a time and a place for you to come out and for the community to receive you, and it's not now. Respond to the allegations at hand, and address that and your indecent bad behavior before you have like this glorious coming out. And all the headlines that are saying Kevin Spacey comes out, like bullshit, that's not the headline here.
Right.
Kevin Spacey acted inappropriately and made a move on a 14-year-old, that's the headline.
So I think we can definitely criticize the media for how they're trying to spin this. That said, I get his impulse to come out on top of this. It's something that Hollywood and like the rumor mill has known for many years now. And what essentially happened is he got outed during this whole story. So I get why he would bring that up, even if it's like in an inappropriate time to do it.
It's a classic sort of misdirection. It's sort of a distraction where
it is a misdirection, but I don't think that was entirely the purpose behind it.
Well, and it's not really
he needs to address it some way or another when this actor is like accusing him of this.
And also,
it's like, all right, it's out. I gotta talk about it.
Right, and another thing to recognize too is that the closet, and someone who's been in the closet for years and years and years, there's a whole psychology behind that, and it's incredibly damaging and it's scary, and it's a scary place and a weird space to be in, and who knows what that does to someone's mind. And for Kevin Spacey to have been in there for so long, sure, we can analyze that at a later date. But I was disappointed that he just didn't address these allegations head on, and instead I did feel like it was a misdirection to be like, and I'm gay. Like, what?
A lot of people felt that way, Grace. I see where you both are coming from, Grace. I hear you loud and clear because it seemed like, first of all, this is borderline pedophilia, yes? Because Anthony Rapp was 14 years old.
It is,
so okay. And instead of Kevin really giving a wholehearted apology and not even bringing up his sexuality, he is kind of light about it. Well, GLAAD President Sarah Kate Ellis also said, coming out stories should not be used to deflect the allegations of sexual assault. This is not a coming out story about Kevin Spacey, but a story of survivorship by Anthony Rapp. I echo that 100%, and all of those who bravely speak out against unwanted sexual advances. It does set the LGBT community back several years, especially gay men. I'm glad Anthony Rapp did it and did it unapologetically, because some people will probably have gone to their grave, especially someone as famous as Kevin Spacey. He's a multi-Academy Award winner. House of Cards was hugely successful on Netflix. Now people are calling for that to be canceled. There's a series of tweets in regards to that, but like I said earlier, it's just sad that every day you turn on the TV, every day you go online, there's one allegation, more people coming forward. This is becoming a pandemic now. I feel. Do
you think more allegations are going to come out about Kevin Spacey?
Absolutely.
And do you think this is going to lead to the pedophilia ring situation in Hollywood?
I don't know, but I think that more people are gonna come out. I already saw just before, like on my way to the studio today, someone was tweeting out another clip from Family Guy about saying like Seth MacFarlane knew, because it came out that Seth MacFarlane had made a joke about Harvey Weinstein. He had some idea, or at least he knew the rumor mill that was going around about his indecent behavior and his like allegations of sexual assault on that end. And then there's this clip from Family Guy that's now circulating on Twitter that has Stewie running through like a mall saying like, help, I just escaped from Kevin Spacey's basement. That was also an amazing Stewie impression. You're welcome, everybody. And so this is something that we've heard for a while. I like had heard, you hear this stuff, like I knew that Kevin Spacey was gay years ago. I thought this was sort of common knowledge that he came out as just sort of like, what?
It was always, Grace, that's funny because a lot of people are now saying that. I mean, I always suspected Kevin Spacey to be gay, but I also thought he was just super private about his personal life. So now, I mean, I'm not shocked.
I've known since I saw American Beauty. And that came out in like the late 90s. And that's, the rumors were around then for like public consumption.
Yeah, and his answer was always very, like whenever he was asked about his sexuality, it was always very strange. And I don't know, I don't really want to make this a story about Kevin Spacey's sexuality because I don't like to conflate sexuality with pedophilia. It's like so different.
Well, now people are saying, or calling for the cancellation of House of Cards on Netflix. People have gone onto Twitter to say, I'm not watching House of Cards or any other Kevin Spacey thing he's ever done. Also, Andrew Wallenstein says, your move, Netflix. Could the streaming service be forced to turn its back on the man who put the company on the map? So we will see what's gonna happen, but again, just, yeah, tragic, unfortunate, and just truly disgusting. Let us know what you guys think in the comment section below, and we'll see you next time on Pop Trigger.